Hi, I'm Kevin Michalowski, editor of Concealed Carry Magazine. You've had to draw your firearm. You're out. You're on the bad guy, but you don't have to shoot. Now what do you do? There are basically two options when you don't have to shoot. You've had to draw your gun. It's a deadly force situation. You've had to draw your firearm, but you didn't have to shoot. Two options. The guy either ran away or he surrendered. If he ran away, let him go. And then what you do is be the first one to call the police. Dial 911 immediately. As soon as you can get yourself to what you consider to be a safe or safer location, dial 911 and start talking. The reason for this is you need to be the first person to call 911. That makes you the complainant. That makes you the good guy in the eyes of the police. They're looking at you as the victim immediately. And it has happened that a good guy pulled his gun, the bad guy took off running, got around the corner, immediately called the police and said, hey, there's a guy in a black shirt pointing a gun at me. What are you guys going to do about it? Now the cops are looking for you. If you've drawn your firearm and you haven't had to fire, immediately call 911. Tell them that you've been assaulted or you've been the victim of an attempted assault and you need an officer immediately. Now the second situation is that your bad guy, for whatever reason, decides to surrender. Now you've got to give some orders and you got to make some decisions. First thing I want you to do is tell the bad guy to get face down on the ground. While he's doing that, you move to a position of tactical advantage. You get someplace where you're safe. If the bad guy had a weapon and he's dropped it, keep an eye on it, but do not approach. There is no reason for you to approach a bad guy after he has surrendered. You're not a police officer, you're not taking him into custody. You're not doing anything like that. Leave him there on the ground, continue to give him orders. If he becomes a threat again and you feel like you have to shoot him, go ahead and shoot him. If not, hold him at gunpoint, be the first to call 911 or direct someone else to call 911. I would prefer to have you do it so that you can explain to the police that yes, this man accosted me, this man tried to assault me, I pulled my gun, I'm now holding him at gunpoint, he's face down on the ground. Police will then have an idea of what's happening and they will be hearing it from you instead of some witness calling 911 saying, there's a guy in a black shirt pointing a gun at some other guy laying on the ground. Then they have no idea what's going on. So I want you to call and you to make that statement. If you don't have to fire your gun, get on the phone to 911 immediately. If you do have to fire your gun, obviously you're calling, you're getting emergency vehicles rolling your way. But if you don't have to fire your gun, you can't just walk away from the situation. Call and make a police report. Let them know what was happening. Give your side of the story. I'm Kevin Michalowski, editor of Concealed Carry Magazine.